Hey Pisces, how's it going? My name's Alex. I think the Oracle and I have something for you today. Before I turned the camera on, I was meditating on your frequency, getting into your vibe, and the first thing I heard was don't bite your tongue. Don't know what that means. It could mean that you've got something to say and you should say it. Don't keep silent if you think you've got something important to say, or if there's something that you just need to say. To clear the air, maybe. That would make sense with the I Ching hexagram I pulled for you later, or after I did this. There's a lot to do with clearing the air. And the other thing I got was quite a beautiful show, actually. It was, I don't know what type of theater or dancing this is called. I'm ignorant of the nomenclature, but it's an ancient traditional Chinese dance where they wear their very brightly colored silken costumes, kind of like poofy and robe-like or dress-like, mostly red. The base color is like red, but intricate designs on the costume. Face paint, white base, and then like other minor details. One of those long, it looks like a hat, it's like a skull cap, but with like a long rectangular piece that has like these fringes on the front and back. I don't know if you've ever seen those. And usually they'll dance with something like a fan or a sword. In this case, this dancer had both a fan and a sword, and was doing a smooth, elegant dance on a stage. Not sure what that's about. Really have no idea. But if that has any significance to you, I'd like to know. Let me know. But anyway, the I Ching hexagram I pulled for you was hexagram 40, Jie, or relief, with a changing line, the sixth line, all the way at the top there. So relief changes to hexagram 64, not yet fulfilled. That's the last hexagram in the I Ching. So here we have relief. Release, an ending of hardship. Relief, alleviation of suffering. Setting free, it could have to do with freedom. It could have something to do with separating, putting up some good boundaries. Just basic hardship coming to an end. And we have the symbol of thunder over rain, the two elemental symbols that make up this hexagram. And that denotes a thunderstorm, and thunderstorms bring a lot of rain with them, and they wash away all the dirt. They freshen up the atmosphere. You know, maybe it was like hot and humid and just gross, stifling atmosphere. Maybe there's some smog or something, and a thunderstorm just clears out the air with the water, with the lightning, creates ozone, freshens everything up, refreshes the oxygen and everything, electrifies the atmosphere, and just a great deal of freshening up and cleaning away and being relieved from just pain and suffering and hardship and difficulty, just being refreshed. And at this time, you've earned some rest, some recuperation is in order. Nourish yourself, make sure you're drinking enough water, eating good food, and you deserve a good rest after this, and you need a good rest. And it's also wise that I warn you against indulging in pleasures at this time, or too much anyway. Of course, we have to indulge in pleasures in life, otherwise, you know, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. But when hardship is ended and we're relieved of a difficult time, complacency can kind of set in, and we begin to indulge in pleasures. And if we indulge too much in the pleasures of life, then we create new hardships for ourselves, and the cycle starts again. You know, there's that saying, you know, there's those cycles of our personal lives, also cycles of society at large, that, you know, strong men create good times create weak men create bad times, and bad times create strong men, and then the cycle begins again. So it's just to watch out for that cycle, not be part of it. Make sure you just, you know, that's a cycle for sheep, essentially, or like for society, for like the sort of people that just make up society at large. They are subject to the wheel of fortune, the wheel of dharma, whatever you want to call it, the churning, the turning, the cycles of time and history. But not everyone needs to be subject to them, because if you know about these cycles, you can ride the cycles. Like, there's another saying, he who rides the tiger shall not be mauled by it. So maybe you've gotten to this place where you're strong again, you're fit, you've been relieved of your hardships, and you're capable of riding the tiger and not being mauled by it. So don't become complacent and sit in front of the tiger. Make sure you sit on top of it and saddle up, put a harness on that thing, rein it in, and don't become overly complacent, because basically the choices you make here are almost guaranteed to be good choices no matter what, as long as they're not rooted in complacency and laziness. Because in this case, after hardship has ended, if you have nowhere to go, no plans, nothing to do right now, then returning back to what you normally would do in this state of being rested or soon to be rested, and getting back into your routine and going back for it, whatever it is you do, will have really great results. So returning is a good idea if there's nowhere to go, if you have no different agenda, no different plans to go forward with. Returning to your normal routine and just getting back to it will have really good results. On the other hand, if you do have a new plan, somewhere to go, something to do, a new ambition, a new goal, now is a great time to do that too. So acting immediately, if you have somewhere to go, something to do, will have really good results. It'll bring really good fortune for you. So as long as you're rooted in, your true self, your real goals, being honest with yourself, just generally being in harmony with those around you and with yourself, basically no matter what choice you make, it's going to have good results. So you're in a really good spot right now where you can move forward with a new goal, get good results, or return to your normal routine and get good results. So for those of you who maybe, I'm sorry if this is true, but had an injury or an illness lately and you haven't been able to keep up your routine, you're being relieved of that pain and illness, and you can get back to what you love doing or what you want to do. Those of you who were prevented from going forward with something because of some hardship, now you can go forward with it. But timing is key. Just make sure you got all your ducks in a row. Don't do anything too rash or impulsive. Make sure you're clearly thinking it through, and you time it well. Make sure you're in harmony with all the people around you, and that you're not going to rock too many boats or burn too many bridges. And as long as you have a good sense of timing for your next choices, your next actions, everything will be good. So here we have this concept of removing obstacles, and part of the deliberate thinking and not acting brashly is like, while you're resting and recuperating, something to focus on is like, why were these obstacles in your life to begin with? Because these obstacles are being removed, you're removing them, you're being advised to remove them. If they haven't been removed for you, you have to remove them yourself. And you need to reflect on why they were there at all, and learn from past mistakes as well. So this combination of removing obstacles, having obstacles removed for you, thinking about why they were there, and learning from past mistakes. That's something you kind of all got to do at once right now, and pay attention to the timing for taking your next steps. Now you had that changing line, that sixth line all the way at the top there. So in this hexagram, it's interesting because the line, that sixth line actually represents a falcon. And a falcon is technically considered an inauspicious sign, an omen, if you will. But that changing line signifies a noble, a prince, defending his territory on a high wall and shooting the falcon. It's like the idea of conquering an omen. Like, omen? What omen? Screw that. And just, whoo! So you've conquered some bad sign, some bad juju, a bad omen. Maybe there is some negative entities attached to you or something, or maybe you've had like a string of bad luck, or maybe you saw a bad omen or something like that, and it got you a little shaken up and got you thinking and second guessing yourself, or something negative. You've conquered it. You've gotten rid of it. You're like just grinding it into the dirt, and it's like it doesn't bother you. It's like, forget the bad omen. It's not. It's either you realize it's not real and it's just superstition, or you legitimately like conquered some negative entities or push them away, cut them out of your life. And this could be real people too. This could be a part of yourself. Whatever it is you've gained this noble strength of character that has given you this type of just ability to push forward. You've got like this strong, healthy glow about you, and you're able to just not be bothered by bad omens. Bad omens mean nothing to you. You can conquer them. You know the secret. You know the secret of getting rid of bad omens. If a bad omen shows up in your life, you know like the defensive magic to get rid of it, you know, something like that. Maybe you're literally doing like occult ritual that protects you from bad juju. But it's really interesting to have this. This is kind of I don't get this one very often. Hexagram 40 Jia relief with a 6 changing line. I've been reading I Ching for a very, very long time, and this one's pretty rare, actually extremely rare. I might have only gotten it once or twice before in my entire life. So good for you, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. The fact that it's a rare pull for me is interesting. It's like there's like a uniqueness or a specialness to you these days. But anyway, I'm gonna pull some cards for you. We're gonna use my own divination system. I got a bunch of symbols here, 24 aspects of reality, aspects of life. The Oracle is gonna have us focus on one of those with a coin toss. So what does Pisces need to know today? Let's see. Yep. We got the Traitor. It's a little scary, right? I know. The Traitor. An image of a little dagger. Now, there could be all forms of treachery from within ourselves. Negative, you know, that little voice in our head that tells us we're not good enough. Or maybe you're suffering from imposter syndrome, or you know, there's all sorts of negative things we could say and do to ourselves. Could be a literal traitor, someone in your life, or someone entering your life maybe, I don't know. Hopefully not. That's why we're pulling cards, we're gonna find out. But there's an energy of treachery that the Oracle wants us to pay attention to. Now, thinking about the I Ching hexagram, when hardship ends and we're relieved of suffering or a difficult time, that complacency sets in and we can betray ourselves, indulge in too much pleasure, become too comfortable, and create new hardships for ourselves, whether they're hardships in health because we indulged in vices, hardships of finance because we indulged in spending, whatever it is. Could be something as simple as having a hangover because you drank too much. But let's pull a card from the tarot here and see why the Oracle wants us to think about the Traitor. All right, we've got the 6 of Cups here. Oh, in this deck, it's called Pleasure. If you can read that cursive down at the bottom there. Interesting. Yeah, you are being asked to watch it. Now this is a Scorpio card, so maybe you got some Scorpio in your life, some Scorpio in your natal chart. Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio, or maybe you need to watch my Scorpio reading from yesterday. I just did one. There might be something there for you. But you know, the Six of Cups, it's generally a nice card. It's a nice innocent type of pleasure. So make sure that your innocent pleasures don't become guilty pleasures, right? Just watch yourself, make sure you're able to enjoy this rest and recuperation and this relief you have. Just don't lose sight of your bigger goals and ambitions, because relief generally doesn't last long. Like everything in life, every phase that we experience comes and it goes. And the relief you feel won't be here forever. We always have more hardships in the future. So to be prepared for future hardships and to take care of yourself, continue taking care of your health. Don't become lax with your workout routine or anything like that. Yeah, just don't indulge too much. And there could be somebody from your past coming in who is like a force of temptation right now. It might be best to maybe just ignore that. Don't spend too much time with them, or don't really indulge in their whims. Make sure you don't get distracted from what's important to you, just because you have this sense of nostalgia and reconnection and fond memories. Because remember, you're being asked to learn from your past mistakes, and obstacles are being cleared for you. So don't, put up new obstacles for yourself by refusing to learn from past mistakes. Yeah, let's get some more here. I'm going to pull another card, clarify this a bit. The Traitor, Pleasure, Six of Cups, Relief. What does Pisces need to know about this? What does Pisces need to know about this? Rhythm. Numero. Which is Latin for, well, it's kind of Latin for rhythm. Here we've got a crane and a rabbit and a lyre. Interesting. Oh, this song you're listening to, I played an instrument that was similar to a lyre when I recorded this. That's appropriate. It's a harp guitar that I played. Anyway, maybe you're a musician and you should spend time making music right now. It's going to be very restful and rejuvenating for you. You can focus your mind, relax you. It eliminates all distractions. It creates your own space, your own zone of influence. It keeps out other influences. It gives you time to yourself. It is so restful and rejuvenating playing music. And here we have the idea of rhythm. Maybe you gotta like dance. Maybe you got your dancing legs back. That's part of this relief that you feel. Maybe you haven't been able to dance for a while. Now you can. Now's your chance. And dancing can be a very profound and powerful spiritual practice. Just as powerful as meditation. Some people achieve enlightenment just through dance and music. It's a form of bhakti yoga, a form of devotional yoga. It's also, Rudolf Steiner would call it eurythmy. Gurdjieff called it something else, power through movement, essentially. It's just moving your body and getting in tune with it, and just getting in the zone with music and movement and dance can really bring you to exalted states of consciousness. And if there's a pleasure that you just want to indulge in, and you just need to have fun and blow off some steam and indulge in pleasures, that is one that you can indulge to your heart's content. That is one that you can use to make sure you don't get stabbed in the back by someone maybe that you shouldn't be spending time with. You can just, instead of going out drinking, maybe like pick up your guitar or sit in front of your piano or do some sound design on your synth or something like that, or just listening to music if you're not a musician, and dancing. That would be a good alternative to something else that you might be tempted to do. Also, maybe a musician and they might be someone that you want to reconnect with, and that might be a good idea. Just use your discretion. Is this musician on the up and up? Do they want to hang out with you for good reasons? Or are they trying to use you for something? Yeah, why would this be coming out with treachery? I'm not trying to like make you paranoid. Of course, if this isn't resonating, just ignore it. You know, it's not for you. That's fine. But here we've got the crane and the rabbit. You know, these are signs of fertility. You know, the crane likes to appear at rivers during flood season. So these are these signs are. It reminds me of the thunderstorm. You know, a thunderstorm brings a lot of life, a lot of water and life to plants, and plants begin to bud, and animals gain a little life force from a good thunderstorm. So you're being asked to nourish yourself through music and rhythm. I think perhaps there's some mantra chanting that you like to do, or maybe you like to sing bhajans or kirtan with a group of people. Maybe there's a group of people with whom you do that sort of thing. You know, kirtan is when you sit in a circle with a bunch of people. Maybe it's like a drum circle. Right? In America, I think we call it drum circles. And you sing uplifting songs, maybe chant mantras, maybe sing holy spiritual songs. Maybe there's a group of people like that you used to do that with. Now would probably be a good time to reconnect with them, to stop you from betraying yourself, to prevent you from falling into complacency and laziness. Because if you need to rest and recuperate, that's a good way of resting and recuperating while also doing something and while also connecting with people. You know, kirtan and bhajans and devotional music with a group of people. Maybe you just got to go to church and sing in the gospel, you know, sing in the choir or something like that. Those would all be really healthy things for you to do at this time. All right, I'm going to pull a token for you. I got 64 of these symbols that I carved onto little pieces of oak. Last thing for you to think about. What does Pisces need to know? The Traitor, Rhythm, the Six of Cups, Relief. Well, that one jumped right out. Okay, we have the Diamond and the number 11. So here we have the number 11, so that's a number of people coming together, of union and harmonious relationships. We also have a diamond, which is purity. Maybe you need to look into Vajrasattva. That is a Buddha spirit who is known as the diamond mind. The diamond mind. The idea of just a pure mind that is so clear and empty in a good way. That meditative, aware kind of empty, where you're just super aware of everything and you're not clouded. You have clarity of thought. So yeah, I think you have that clarity of thought, and you will see clearly the best choices to make at this time, whether returning is the good thing or going forward with your goals is a good thing. You'll see the timing that you need. That timing is key for you to carry on with what you're doing, to watch out for your own vices and to learn from past mistakes, to remove obstacles. This is just saying, like, you're gonna do it so successfully. You're gonna have perfectly clear thinking on this, and it's gonna just be like, as long as you take the steps, go through it, remove the obstacles, learn from your past mistakes, look out for that traitor, look out for yourself, look out for your own bad thoughts and behavior, and just do it, go through the steps. Like, you're gonna do it, you're gonna knock it down, you're gonna shoot the falcon from the high wall. Like, nothing's gonna prevent you from stepping forward and moving forward with your life. It's like smooth sailing as long as you do what you do, as long as you just take the steps, put the effort forth, and do it. It's all gonna work out. You got your head on a swivel, you see everything coming at you, nothing's gonna surprise you, nothing's jumping out at you. You got the clarity, you got the meditative mindset, the awareness, the calmness, the serenity, the harmony with those around you. You're clear, you're totally clear. And you got a groove, and you got good memory. Like, it's just working out. Yeah, you'll see the obstacles and take them out, and you won't be stopped by any sort of treachery or betrayal. You just got to make sure you do it. Do the steps. Don't get lazy and complacent. Just get through it. All right, Pisces. Well, I think that's all that the Oracle and I have for you today. It was great seeing you. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.